Hi, my name's Kevin Hall and welcome to Kevin's VAT Chat. Today I just wanted to run you through some of the interesting jobs that I've had to deal with, just to show that VAT is perhaps a far more interesting world than people might expect. So one of the most unusual things I've ever had to deal with was the import of an oil rig. Oil rigs are supposed to be out in the sea. I mean, that's where they are, that's where they sit. I can't imagine many people have imported an oil rig so that it's standing there on land. All sorts of issues with that. It's going through Europe. How are we going to deal with VAT in Europe? Transport. Should there be VAT on the transport? Answer no, it shouldn't. And what about the VAT as it comes into the UK and sits on UK soil? Actually, that import VAT, which does have to be declared, might be able to get that back if you don't do it right. And oil rigs aren't cheap, so a lot of money there. We dealt with an iconic crescent in London, residential crescent. The VAT there had been misjudged. There was one step which had been omitted. If you don't take all the steps to meet a requirement for zero rating, then you don't get zero rating. Standard rate VAT crops up, and the HMRC officer looking at the customer is refusing to allow that VAT to be recovered. Vast sum of money. We have also, on more than one actually, deal with annually private jets. It's quite fascinating to see how private jets are used by people, not simply because I've got a lot of money and I want to go to the Bahamas. It's actually part and parcel of running their business. They're entrepreneurs that can afford a private jet, very successful people for a reason, and it's because they're constantly going around to all their businesses and making sure that they're running as they should. It's not something where you can turn up 2 hours before flight at an airport and then again coming back. It is a money saver. We dealt with the very first model ever created of one of those private jets. Very interesting stuff. Brexit is something which has foxed many people, and I'm not going to say that I'm pro or anti-Brexit here. I'm simply going to say that it's caused waves. There are people who have lost livelihoods. There are people who have had great wins. But most people that deal with Europe have to deal with Europe in a certain way now, which administratively was very straightforward and simple before. But if you deal with it in the right way, it's going to be slightly more complicated but manageable. If you don't do anything, you could end up being VAT registered in 27 EU member states, and there's 100 grand gone right there in admin fees. We also deal with VAT frauds. HMRC are really struggling at the moment, and have been for many years, with people who collect VAT and then disappear with it instead of paying it over to HMRC as they should. Now, that has meant HMRC is very much on the front foot, quite aggressive with this. And that also means that innocent people are being targeted by HMRC, landed with a huge VAT bill, and we stand there and help them to explain why they're innocent, why they've taken the right steps, why they've done the right thing, and most importantly, why they shouldn't be being put through this stress and expense. So that's it, that's me. I hope that was interesting. That's Kevin's VAT Chat. Thank you.